Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out the Realacc Real2. This is a obviously fully built drone here, plug and play. Just need to add your receiver and a battery. This is really unique looking. It's got this sort of split level design. You got basically two arms in the front, two arms in the back, and they're in two different levels. The front arms are lower than the rear arms, and both of these plates here are 4mm thick, so it should be fairly durable in a crash. You got some 2205, 2300 kV motors. These kind of look like the Racer Star motors from maybe earlier this year. Not too bad, but I don't think the power is going to be all that crazy on these. You do get some Realacc branded 30 amp individual ESCs on all of the arms, and these are 2 to 4S LiPo, and they're BLHeli 32 ESCs, so they are capable up to D-Shot 1200. The flight controller here is an Omnibus F4. This one has the SD card slots, so you can do black box recording on that one, and of course with the individual ECs you have a PDB there on that for the second board. Now this is in addition to the arms being split level here, you have this very weird battery tray thing on the bottom where you have these standoffs and this plate here that's supposed to protect the battery, and it's a 2mm thick carbon plate. But I think that in a crash this is just going to snap here because it's just too thin a material. And so I'm going to go ahead and just remove the standoff and the bottom plate, and I'm just going to use a battery strap. Obviously you can always use something to protect the battery, like a TPU, like a little battery cover or something like that for the, you can actually strap to the battery itself if you want to protect the battery. I think this is not a good idea. So I would recommend, if you do get this, to go ahead and remove the standoffs and this bottom plate. Also, you save the weight from all this extra metal. Another thing that I see here is that they've put the XT60 through this hole in the bottom plate here, and that's probably okay. I think that it should prevent this connector from getting ripped off from the board there that's connected to the PDB. We'll have to see if there's a really bad crash and the battery is pushed back against this connector. There's a chance that it could get sheared off, but that would have to be a pretty bad crash, and the battery would take some pretty bad damage as well. In the back here you got two LEDs and a buzzer, and on the top here you've got a 20 and 200 milliwatt video transmitter. It's switchable. Comes with looks like we have an RPSMA connector. The antenna that comes as a little circular polarized antenna is kind of a little stubby one. I'm not sure if that's a good place for the antenna here. If you're not running a GoPro, shouldn't be a problem. You could probably put a different antenna there and get better reception. I would have preferred the antenna coming out the back here where this little buzzer is, so I may modify this later for the flight demo. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but yeah, if you want to put a GoPro on here, you're going to have to take this apart and move, probably reverse the video transmitter and have it come out the back. And this is looks like a right angle SMA adapter. Maybe you have to desolder that and then put a straight one on here so it comes straight out. Something of that type. I'm not exactly sure what the mod would be. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see a mod. Yeah, but definitely if you want to do a GoPro, you got to move that somewhere. So it's not a good spot. And the other thing I noticed is that while you can see the little window here for your bands and channel LED indicator, I don't see anywhere you can get access to the buttons. So changing bands and channels could be challenging where that is right now. The camera on here is actually it's a CMOS camera, 700 TV lines I believe, and you have a little button there that's pretty much unreachable for your OSD controller to connect to. And this looks similar to the Eachine C800T. It's got the same controller in the back, but the lens looks a lot more narrow. So I'll have to see if what the image is like on that once I go and take out the fly. So there wasn't much else in the box. You get the little circular polarized antenna for this, and then you also get a couple sets of these Gem Fan whiskey props. These are the 5152 tri-bladed props. They're pretty good props. Yeah, so there shouldn't be a whole lot to get this ready to fly. Obviously you got to put the props on. I'm going to solder on a receiver and then put my modes in on my transmitter for a Betaflight configurator on the flight controller. Charge up a battery, and we should be able to go and fly it. I'll have a separate video with the actual flight footage and the flight demo, so stay tuned for that. If you have any questions about this, let me know, and I'll try and address those questions in the next video. covering this model. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.